welcome back to my channel, Frida SW56. I've been tagged by the lovely Rachel, Bales 1986 SW, in the tag for the 10 random question tag. I'm not really giving it a lot of thought, so here goes. Number 1, you're having a dinner party for some friends. What 3-course slim and friendly meal would you make? Well, I'm pretty a normal plain cook, so I think I would do a decent roast beef with all the trimmings. I know it won't be completely sin-free, but roast, I find, is the best meal of the week. And the only sins that I usually have are the maybe 1 Yorkshire pudding, which is between 2 and 3 sins, and a bit of gravy, which is probably a couple of sins. So I'm sure I wouldn't be having any dinner friends around anyway, but here goes. So I do a roast, and I don't think you really need a starter with a roast. If I was going to have a 3-course meal, I would probably make my own soup, maybe just a small leek and potato soup, sin-free. And for pudding, I would make fruit with some low-fat yogurt or quark, flavoured quark, and I would crush a meringue on the top with a bit of hot shot chocolate, and that would be quite low sinned as well. So that would be my dinner party. Number 2, I've forgotten my lunch. What would I grab in the supermarket or convenience store? I think I would actually grab some chicken thighs from maybe Tesco hot food counter. Obviously take off the skin, because I don't like skin anyway, so I wouldn't be eating that. So that would be one. And of course I'd pick up some fruit, just maybe a banana, or a pot of mixed fruit in a little pot. That would be my number 2. Number 3, supermarket sweep. I've got 60 seconds to grab as much as I can. Free food. What would I grab? I think I'd head to the meat aisle first, because that would be the most expensive part of any Slim and Worlders plan. Beef, chicken, lamb is my all-time favourite, and I'd go for the meat. I think I would then I'd go for the fry light, because that's not cheap, and I would stock up on loads of them. I'm sure the shelf date would be quite long if stored properly. Coffee is expensive. I'd go for the coffee. The chocolate shots, if you've got it in your store. Bee choices, I'd go for Special K Delight bars, which are, you can have one for a healthy bee or 4.5 sins. So I'd go for that. And probably, I wouldn't get a lot for 60 seconds because I've got a bad foot, so I won't be able to run around. But anyway, that would be that one. Number 4, a new member has joined Slim and World. What piece of advice would you give them? I would say planning is a must. Measure yourself on the first night of your, or first day. I would measure yourself. That is key. And another one would be to stay to group, because I think it really, really does help. And I'm sure that the results from people staying to group is so much better than just come in, weigh in and go in. And I don't see the point in paying nearly £5 to jump on a scales and walk out the door. I know everybody's got different lifestyle and they may not be able to stay, but I think you just need to make time for yourself. My group, it's my only social evening. Well, it's in the morning, not evening. It's my only social gathering. So I enjoy going, and I just started on the social team. So I did the weigh on Friday. So that is really exciting. So I would say stay to group, plan your meals and measure yourself. That would be ideal. And number 5, do you exercise? If so, what do I do? I'm finding it a bit difficult to do any sort of exercise other than going up and down the stairs. At the minute I have Achilles tendon pain, which is so painful. Last year I had plantar fasciitis, which was under my foot. Now I've got the pain in the back of my heel, which is the Achilles tendon, and it's so painful. So even walking around a few shops I get so much pain. And I've also got arthritis in my knees, signs of getting old, I'm afraid. So I would like to do some walks, which I will do when the weather gets a bit better. My exercise at the moment is trying to sort out my garden and my house. And that's it. Number 6. Whereabouts on yourself have you noticed the most weight you've lost? I think I've noticed it in my waist. I've always had a smallish waist, and under my bust is much flatter than it was. I've lost 2 stone 3. But I am noticing that I can get back into clothes that I previously grew out of. But 3 years ago I was about 1.5 stone lighter than I am now. So I'm aiming to get that 1.5 stone off by the summer, hopefully. And number 7, do you have any weigh day? Sorry. Day clothes. Rituals, sorry. Do I have any weigh day rituals, not clothes? Yes, I do. I wear the same thing every week. If I can't wear the same thing, I weigh my clothes, my leggings, and I weigh my t-shirt. And that's what I do with that side of it. My weigh-in is at 11:30, so I don't actually eat or drink on weigh day morning until after I've been to group and weighed. What else do I say? I try not to have a heavy meal on Thursdays or too many carbs on Thursdays. But other than that, I don't think there is anything. Number 8. What meal would you cook if you had a budget of £7.50? One of my favourite meals, and it's a really good budget meal, would be cottage pie. I get the 5% minced beef, and I use potatoes and swede mash. I use OXO cubes for the gravy, and I would serve it with lots of carrots, kale, any veg you fancy, and I think that would be well below the £7.50. And I think you could have something for afters with yogurt and fruit, and it still be under £7.50, I'm sure. Number 9. Have you kept any of your old clothes from when you started your journey? I've got quite a few, but as I said earlier, I did go to, well, if I didn't mention it earlier, I meant to. I joined in 2013, so I had a lot of big clothes from back then. But this group, this time, I did put most of my weight back on, but not all of it. And I have got some clothes somewhere which I'll have to try and find, and I do have some pictures, so I could do some pictures for you. I'll try and insert them somewhere if I can. Number 10, last one. Sum up your journey in 3 words. My journey, I would say motivating, determined, and consistency. I'm a slow loser, so I could have given up lots and lots of times, a long time ago. But consistency is the key, and I think, although I only lose half a pound a week or a pound, I'm not a big loser at all. So those are my 3 words for my journey. I hope you enjoyed watching, and I would like to tag Vicky Simkiss SW, Slimming World Inked Dana, and Vicky's World. I'm hoping that you've not all been tagged before, so I will put the details in the description box below. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you all again soon. Bye.